Yeah, well, that can segue us nicely into our next topic of the Hunter Biden crime family, TJ, that you just brought up. And I'm going to be honest, if there's any conservatives who came to this episode to learn the scandalous details of the Hunter Biden trial, I didn't spend too much time looking into them. This is not going to be a discussion too much about Hunter Biden or the details of the case. But what I did want to talk about with this is the general Republican reaction, which is what you just alluded to in our in between conversation, the episodes here. Which, by the way, if you guys are watching this as a video, we do this live every Thursday. So if you want to see that in between the videos chit chat, definitely join us live at 6:30 Eastern. But Hunter Biden, he was convicted. It was a gun thing, which is, I think, the funniest possible thing for Republicans to have to try and rally the troops behind. Is like, oh, we gotta get Hunter Biden for having guns when he shouldn't have, and we gotta enforce those gun control laws, people. That is how twisted this whole thing has become. Because if you watched our previous episode on we covered the Ohio elections and how Trump is building this cult of personality, we talked about how nothing really matters to Trump except for loyalty. And this entire Hunter Biden trial is the result of that. And am I saying that Hunter Biden shouldn't go to jail if he committed a crime? No, fuck yeah, he should be. But the reason that this has become a big thing is because the Republicans wanted to supplicate themselves to Donald Trump. They wanted to go tit for tat with the Democrats and get them on something. And I think what we have seen is that it doesn't matter. This isn't going to move the polls in the way that Trump's conviction did, because no one actually cares about it, including the Republicans, right, TJ?
Yeah, the Republicans have spent 5 years now, 5 years, 2019 till now, constantly complaining about Hunter Biden. Just every opportunity they got, they were talking about this guy. They were showing us pictures of his junk. They were, talking about his past, which, look, if it was just, oh, wow, this Hunter Biden guy is a grade A F up, and they were just making fun of him, all right, sure. And Hunter Biden is kind of a tragic tale, too, because, the whole story with Joe Biden is just like a series of tragedies, going back to, the 70s or something when this happened, when his wife and daughter died in a car accident while he was senator. During the Nixon administration, I might add. Like that's how fucking old Joe Biden is. And, his wife and daughter died in a car accident, and his two boys survive. His oldest son, Bo, is the golden child. Like his oldest son, Bo, was the one who was supposed to carry the mantle of the Biden family. He joins the military. He deploys to Afghanistan or Iraq. I can't remember which one. And for those of you who know about this, we had the burn pits over there in the Middle East and everything. Got a lot of folks sick. A lot of folk had cancer. And that's almost certainly how Joe Biden got his cancer. And he was the son that was on the straight and narrow. Everything was good to go. Hunter, no one gave up. He was like, okay, yeah, this guy, yeah, I can do whatever I want. I come from the rich family, big brother Bo's carrying the family line. I'm just going to have fun. And then Bo dies at like 41 years old or something like that. Now he's the only surviving son, and all the attention's on him, and he spirals more out of control. And so, he loses himself to an even more hedonistic lifestyle. And his dad runs for president, and now his entire life story about his bouncing around from location to location and country to country, never settling down and doing drugs, is just exposed to the whole world. And people think this is what's going to tank Joe Biden. This story right here, the fact that his son hasn't amounted to anything and is a petty criminal. And Joe Biden, like I just saw you're talking about the Biden's reaction to this, and something we talked about yesterday was how this actually makes Biden look more personable. Whenever you hear him talk about his family and his son in particular, it's always the same thing. It's like, listen, Hunter's made a lot of mistakes in his life, but he's my son, and Jill and I love him, and he always has our support. And Republicans like, oh, look how weak that is. Like, folks, you look awful saying shit like that. And Fox News has been talking this whole time, the conspiracies of this, because when the Hunter Biden case first started, they all said that this is just a show trial. And Joe Biden showed up at one of the hearings, and they said she was trying to intimidate the jurors to get him a an acquittal. And then when he was found guilty, they said, well, this isn't good enough, and Biden's going to pardon him anyway. And just today, I saw Biden give a speech saying that, I said if my son was found guilty, I wasn't going to pardon him. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, stick with the decision by the courts. And I saw a bunch of Fox News people say, oh, he's lying. He's going to pardon him. And it's like, folks, I don't know why they continue to make themselves look bad in this case. They insist upon it.
It is funny because I don't like Joe Biden. I see Joe Biden. Yeah. I don't like him. Every once in a while, he does something. I'm like, that's a pretty cool thing. But the times that my appreciation for Joe Biden are at their absolute highest is when he's talking about his kids. And when a clip comes out of him, as you mentioned, calling his son Hunter and being like, hey, kid, I love you. I know you need help. Let's talk about it. Like, it's so genuine. And that's the thing.
Yes, good point.
That's the thing that made people like Trump originally is that when Trump talked, you believed it was genuinely Donald Trump talking. And when Joe Biden gets up at his press conference, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like he's placating. It sounds like he has talking points. It sounds all that. But every time something comes out about his family, about whatever, the original thing that made me like Joe Biden, I remember it was after, I don't know if it was leading up to no, he was vice president. When he was vice president, and they were talking like, hey, are you going to run for president, once Obama's second term is done? And it was like on Colbert or something. And he was like, honestly, I need to spend time with my family, time with my kids. When my son Bo died, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, I respect this man. Like, I kind of like this guy. Like, he seems like a genuinely good person and family man. And like, that means something. Every time he gets up on the podium and talks about Israel, I want to punch him in the face. But when he does that, I'm like, this is a real person. And it makes me want to support him more. And I don't understand why the Republicans don't, like, the Family Values Party should probably notice that. You know what I mean? They should probably notice that these things make Biden look good. If you made it to the end of this episode, you probably noticed we didn't have a guest this week. It was just me and TJ, and we had a great time. We're always looking for new guests. So if you have any content creators that you want to see on this show, make sure to tag us in their videos and we'll reach out to them and see if they can be a guest. And if you want to hear from TJ, I don't know, TJ, say something.
Yeah, no problem, John. Thanks so much for that. If you want to watch the show, we really recommend you do so and leave some comments. Leave some comments that are better than one Ben left here, where he's talking about Islam, saying, I call the religion of a billion people small, which I did not. I was saying in the United States, Islam is a very small religion, and so it's growing. So watch us and pay better attention than Ben. We'll appreciate it. Just giving you a hard time, Ben, but that is what I said. I was talking about the United States. The United States. Yeah, Islam is a small religion. Yeah, Islam is like the second largest religion on earth. I know it's very big, but it's yeah, okay, buddy. I still can't believe this guy's a kid. When his username on TikTok has been the Socialist Jew, that sounds like a 55-year-old man has that name. Like, it's odd that I just did not expect a high schooler to have that name, but we appreciate you, Ben. We appreciate the good, and everybody else watching too. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys next time. Ooh. Oh.